This isn't an SUV, it's a statement. The Escalade used to be the most popular celebrity SUV, but this is the 2025 Escalade IQ, and it brings luxury to a whole nother level with an interior that will remind you of a private jet. And did I mention it has a 55-inch infotainment screen and night vision? Let's dive in. And be sure to stay tuned because in a minute, one of the biggest names in the music industry with a huge car collection crashes our review. First off, huge shout out to Atlanta Autos for letting us come take a look at the IQ today. And if you haven't subscribed already to our channel, please do. We have a huge goal for 2025 to reach 500,000 subscribers. If you like electric cars or you're new to them, you're gonna find a lot of our videos useful. So let's take a look at this. You might notice it has this big commanding presence and it looks a lot like a beefed up Lyric. So you have this illuminated shield, we have the Caddy symbol, and then we have these 9-module adaptive headlights, and these help a lot in dimly lit conditions. But beyond what the headlights can see, it has something else called night vision. So in the lower portion of the shield right here, it actually has an infrared sensor, and this will be able to see beyond what your headlights can see about 330 feet in front of you, and it will detect things with heat like people or animals, and then it will put images on the driver interface so you'll be able to see those at nighttime. This is also GM's most aerodynamic full-size SUV ever. Compared to gas-powered Escalades, the IQ has a coefficient drag of 0.31, a bit higher than the Rivian R1S, 0.28, but about 15% lower than previous Escalades. So check this out. When we go inside right here, look at the sticker, the curb weight. You can see it weighs over 9,000 pounds. That's about 3,000 pounds more than its gas-powered sibling. We're gonna get into all that in a little bit when we talk about the battery and the charging, but let's take a look at the front trunk. First off, this thing is huge. It's a motorized front trunk and it's 12.2 cubic feet. That's about double what the Tesla Model X is. And just for reference, the Hummer EV was 11 cubic feet. The Lucid Gravity is gonna be 8 cubic feet. So this is big, it's long. You can fit all kinds of stuff in here. I would say maybe 2 sets of golf clubs, but we have some tie downs in here. There's also an outlet, so if you want to do some charging, really nice use of space right here, and I love that it's motorized and lockable. The Escalade IQ has a massive footprint and is significantly longer and wider than anything else in this class. It's 224 inches long and 94 inches wide, where other E-SUVs like the Lucid Gravity, the EQS, R1S, and Model X are all about 2 feet shorter and 1.5 feet narrower. Surprisingly, the height of this is comparable to those other E-SUVs, but it definitely has a more commanding presence on the road. And if you're wondering, how am I gonna be able to drive and steer this giant SUV? Well, it has 4-wheel steer. And take a look at these beefy tires. These are 35-inch. They are the largest of any Escalade, and it's paired with these 24-inch wheels. All right, so let's talk a little bit about range and charging. So we know GM is good at doing things big and heavy, and it's no different here with the Escalade. You have a 200 kilowatt-hour battery pack, which makes it king when it comes to range. You're gonna get 460 miles of range. That is the best in class for any electric SUV. The Lucid Gravity is right up there, but it's more than the Tesla Model X, more than anything else out there. And then the charger is motorized and it's on the driver's side, which means you'll be able to use NACS Tesla chargers as well. But the NACS is not built in. This is a 2025 model, and you would have hoped that that would have been inside of here, but we know they have to plan these things out years in advance, and there is an adapter for that. So on top, we have the J1772, and then we have the DC fast charger on the bottom. You're gonna see peak speeds of around 350 kilowatts, and that's on an 800-volt architecture, which will give you around 100 miles in 10 minutes. Now, it's not the most efficient EV on the road, but compared to its gas-powered sibling, which gets 17 miles per gallon, this is more than 3 times as efficient with nearly 60 mpge. The IQ long range has a 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds and produces close to 800 pound-foot of torque. Also, something kind of cool about GM's Ultium vehicles is they can be used like a backup generator for your house. So if you lose power, you can actually take the power from your vehicle, and if you have their charger and their home kit, you can use it like that backup generator. It's pretty cool. Thank you to Elect for partnering with me on this video. We just got their new home charging station, and it is super modern. It's a really nice, sleek look, and it's pretty much as plug and play as it gets. So check this out. This is the installation kit. just a couple of screws, very easy to install. And as you guys know, Elec has been in the game for a while now. Their public charging stations are some of the best ones out there. They make level 2 all the way up to DC fast charging. The hardwired version that Elec is selling on Amazon right now actually has some of the highest power outputs of any home charger out there. It gets you 12 kilowatts and 50 amps, where most other chargers are rated for 40 amps. And clearly we've tested a lot of chargers. Might be time to fix the wall. The best part is really just how easy this is to install. You can see I just put a couple screws right here and then it just slides right in. Look at that. And then I can put 2 screws right there. And if you already have a NEMA 1450 installed, all you have to do is just plug this in. Now this is coming soon and they have the hardwired versions available right now on Amazon. Let's go ahead and put this in. No extra professional cost. If you already have that NEMA 1450 in there, it's just super easy, plug and play, ready to go. So just look how long this cable is, and you get the fastest charging speeds with this whole setup. Also, you can connect with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or RFID, where most other chargers are only Wi-Fi connected. You also get smart charging options where you can optimize your charge schedule to be during off-peak pricing to maximize those savings. And these are some of the safest chargers out there. They use high precision real-time sensors on all the main contacts and critical components. So you get over current, over voltage, and power off protection if any unexpected rise in temperature happens. Plus, it also has industry-leading surge protection with the highest standards in the US, so you know you're always safe. The app is also really nice and maybe one of my favorite features, and it seamlessly integrates into Siri, Alexa, or Google Home. I'll link everything you need to know down in the description below. And remember, when you use our links, you're also helping to support this channel. All right, let's get back to the video. Go around to the back and you'll notice once again, it looks a lot like the Lyriq over here. We have the Escalade IQ badging. We have the brake lights that go all the way around. There's a wiper up here. You have the turn indicators. And then over here, you'll see that this is their base Sport 1 model, which is the base model, but it still starts at $130,000. So it's definitely not cheap just to get one of these. Now, something pretty cool is to open this up, you don't actually push on the Cadillac logo right here. You just put your hand on it and it opens up. I thought that was pretty cool. Inside we have 2 tie downs on either side, and then you have your seat controls over here. You can put your 2nd row down or your 3rd row down, and the 3rd row you can actually go down and up either way with it. We have tethers around the back. You have a 110 volt, and you do have a tiny bit of storage right here, tire kit, a couple of charging cables, just the basics down here. Let me show you guys these seat controls though, because they're pretty cool. So the 3rd row, you can go all the way down, or you can go back up again with them. Same for the right side. And then I'm gonna have you guys go around and I'm gonna show you that 2nd row. All right, so once again, you can go down and then you can take it one step further and go up. So you really have an entire studio space back here in the center of the car. With all that extra length, the IQ has a best-in-class 119 cubic feet of storage with seats folded. Lucid Gravity comes in a close second with 112 cubic feet, Rivian R1S 106 cubic feet, and the Model X around 93 cubic feet. All right, so let's take a look at the 2nd row. There is a button inside the door handle. You'll see there's a light right here, and that's how you open it to go inside. All right. This is luxury. Take a look at these seats right here. They're quilted, they're ventilated, this gorgeous stitching. We have this sort of 2-tone look going on. Look at this wood grain. It's a glossed wood grain, very modern, very sleek. I love the overall design and feel. And right away, it's super spacious. We have this fixed glass roof, which just gives you that bigger illusion of more space inside. So much leg room. I'm actually gonna get out my tape measure to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So my seat is all the way back right now, but you can see, let's see, there's about 12.5 inches right here. Lots of space. Headroom wise, what are we looking at? What's that? About 9 inches, 8.5, 9 inches above my head. So much space. Any adult could comfortably sit back here, which I absolutely love. We do have a door pocket right here. Some of the higher trim levels will actually give each passenger in the second row a 12-inch infotainment screen. This one does not. This one is the base model, which is, like I said, around $130,000 to start out to get in, which is about $40,000 more than a base gas-powered Escalade. So it's not cheap. Over in the center, we have the command center over here. You're going to be able to control the second and the third row to get heated and ventilated seats. Back here, we can see the third row. You also have the option to heat or ventilate those seats. You control the climate for all different zones of this car. I think there's 5 different zones, so it's super comfortable for a passenger to be able to sit back here. Underneath it, you have 2 cup holders that you can push them in or out. There's 2 USB-Cs and a 110 volt, which is always nice if you want to bring extra electronics with you, whatever you need. If you're on a long road trip or trying to do some work in here, you can just plug it right in. The seats, again, are extremely comfortable. We have this armrest. We can recline, take a nap. I mean, this is made for like a luxury lifestyle. You can see why a lot of celebrities like this car. It makes me wonder if Kim Kardashian is going to trade in her Cybertruck and get one of these, or maybe get one of these in addition to that, because it's cozy back here. You want to go back to the third row? Lots of room, really nice seats. They didn't cheap out on anything. You have a USB-C on either side. You have cup holders. This does not open up, even though it kind of looks like it would, but there is a little space right here. You can put your phone back here. We have vents right above you. Each seat has its own vent in this car, which is really nice. Sometimes that third row gets hot, so that is crucial back here. But one thing I'm noticing right now is there's no lower latches in the third row, which is interesting because there were tethers on the back, but I don't see any lower latches for car seats. Again, you do have lower latches in the second row. So your kids with car seats, this is where they're going to be sitting. Again, you can put them back here. There's other ways to go around that. But overall, for adults, this is a great option. And look at this design. You can see it kind of dips up right here to actually give you more headroom. They've utilized space. It is incredibly spacious inside of here. I will say it's the most spacious SUV that's electric that I have been inside of. I really am liking this. It makes me kind of question what car I'm going to get next. It's about 13 inches. With my knees out, I have about 6 inches right here. Headroom. What are we looking at here? Again, about 5 inches of headroom. I am right around 5'5", and I can comfortably sit back here, which is really nice to know that there's all this extra space for adults as well as kids. And while we were filming, we saw another IQ pull up. It belonged to one of the biggest music producers in the industry, Beethoven. He's known for some of the most iconic beats in hip hop. He's produced your favorite songs for artists like Travis Scott, Usher, and Future. All right, we have Beethoven. He's crashing our review right now, but you've actually have the car right now. You've been driving it a couple weeks. You also have driven pretty much every Tesla, or you own every Tesla.
Yeah.
And you said this is your daily driver right now. What do you think?
Escalade has always been my daily driver, but the electric one is just pound for pound the best car I feel like I've ever had. I'm into electric cars now. I don't drive none of my gas cars. And for them to make the Escalade with a new design, a new feel, is not only my daily driver, but it's just my favorite all-around car.
What made you want to go electric and usually drive electric?
It's the feel. I don't like, I went to the gas station. I have a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and I went to the gas station. I spent like $120 on filling it up. And I was like, I ain't driving this car. I'm finna go put it right back in the garage and go get in my electric car, because it feels better to not spend money at the gas station and to have the, compatibility to charge at home. I don't think you can beat that.
And this is like having an electric vehicle for people that are well known or celebrities is really a big deal, because you don't have to go to a gas station. You don't have to kind of like deal with all that goes with it, and you have that privacy of just being able to do it all at home. All that goes with it that you want.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
There it is.
Thank you.
All right.
Now let's head up to the command center. Oh, right. Right away, I feel like a celebrity inside of here. This is luxurious. Again, the seats are just incredibly comfortable. They're quilted, ventilated. Some of the higher trims have massaging seats for the front row and the second row, but this right here is just so comfortable. You can see on the door, let's start over here on the door. So we can control our seat right here. You can program a couple different seats in here. You can even control the heating and ventilated seats right from the door right here. So you have all kinds of options. You're gonna see some redundancy because they've given you everything you could possibly want inside this vehicle. It is so nice. I just love the styling. I love how you open and close the door right here with this little lever. You have those AKG speakers. I think there's like 38 different speakers built into the vehicle in the headrest. Sound system is just incredibly good. And then in front of you, you have this giant 55-inch screen that goes pillar to pillar. This is the largest screen I have ever seen. It's touch screen. You have the driver display with a head up in front of you, and then you have a secondary screen right here. There's the little dial. You have two places to charge your phone, here or the passenger. Cup holders. Let's look inside of this. We have 3 USB-Cs and then an HDMI. You have your 12 volt right here, lots of storage. This kind of goes underneath here. And then again, it is bridge style, so you have extra space to store things under here. And check this out, there's a little hidden area right here. You could put sunglasses or whatever you want over here. Really nice styling, really modern, really sleek. I love the way this looks. It feels like you have so much space and headroom. It's just really roomy and nice feeling when you're inside of it. The left side of the steering wheel, you get your gap distance, you get your heated steering wheel. This is where your safety controls are with your Super Cruise. You get VMAX, which will give you 750 horsepower. You go 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. Right side controls, again, you can control your driver interface right up here, your sound, your volume. All the basic controls are right here on the right side. On the back side of the steering wheel, you have a paddle shifter for your regen braking. Your parking over here, you can raise the suspension, open the front trunk, the rear trunk, all those basic controls. Also, again, you have that head up. This is where you'll also see the night vision. When you're driving at nighttime, they'll actually put little boxes around things that have heat on them. So you would see people or animals out there in front of you where you normally wouldn't be able to see them. And it's nice to be able to have that right in front of you. Going over here, there's lots going on with the UI, maps, your audio, Wi-Fi hotspot. Yes, you have a Wi-Fi hotspot in here. Absolutely love that. Your phone, ambient lighting. There's, I think, like 126 different options of lighting. Google Assistant, you have Alexa, your camera options, all kinds of different options. Give you that bird's eye view. GM's really good with their cameras. Love that. So let's look at these drive modes over here. So we have Tour, Sport. This is where you get that VMAX again in here. Again, another place to put on that one pedal driving. Snow and ice mode, and then your tow and haul mode. Also, you can control a lot of that from down here as well. So if you go into sport mode, you can push on your VMAX right here. Also, again, on the steering wheel. But what really separates the UI from this vehicle and other vehicles is where your passenger princess or prince is going to be sitting, because look at all the options they have for viewing. You can watch Hulu, YouTube, everything right here from this screen. And it's actually really nice because the driver, you can kind of see it, but it's not distracting while you're driving. So again, the passenger really can enjoy all the entertainment. So down here, you also have a dial if you want to switch between different things on your screen or keep your screen clean. You can toggle between it with the dial, and then you have the volume control right here as well. You also have a digital rear view mirror. I love having one of these built right in. Up here we have OnStar. Oh, and look at this. There's a cabin facing camera right there as well. Something kind of interesting, there's no button for the glove box. You actually go to control here, doors and window, and then here you can open up that glove box. All right, so let me know what you guys think in the comments about the 2025 Escalade IQ, and big thanks to Atlanta Autos again for letting us take a look at this. Next time we are going to be taking this out for a spin, give you our drive impressions with it. So make sure that you guys are subscribed. Help us reach our 2025 goals. We get around 1 million views per month on our channel, but not all of you guys are subscribed, so it helps us out a ton, and thank you so much for watching. All right, what did you just say?
I said the self-driving on this Cadillac Escalade is better than the Tesla. I've tried
Those
it.
are fighting words.
No, I'm telling you. I've done it. I done tried both cars, and I was coming from Florida with the Escalade, and I'm talking about, man, it's just amazing. The self-drive, I was scared at first, but they said the Escalade has a real good self-driving, so I tried it, and hands down, I feel like it's the best out there.
So do you think it works though, like pretty well here in Atlanta? Because it's only mapped, I think, on 750,000 roads for Blue Cruise to be able to use. Where Tesla, you know,
Well, I can't say. I use it coming from out of town, but it just did an amazing job for me. So
yeah, and it can like go between lanes, do all those things.
yeah,
It
do
does
all
a good
that.
job.
It's speed up, slow down. The great thing about it, if I'm in the fast lane, and if it's a car just zooming up behind me trying to get past me, my car's gonna move out the way, let him go by, get back in that lane, and speed up. So
Yeah. I think it does a great job too. I've driven with it a bunch. I haven't driven this vehicle, but I've driven with their self-driving software and other vehicles, and it does it when it works really well.
it does.
Yeah.